Time to talk about everyone's favorite Kush, Jared Kushner. I've made the joke 3 times now. It doesn't work very well anymore. Um, so essentially, if you haven't kept up with the news, this came out last week on Business Insider. But essentially, Jared Kushner apparently gave the go-ahead for Donald Trump's campaign to create a shell company that then funneled campaign funds to the Trump family. So, like, we've gone beyond just like, oh, the campaign is like working with Mar-a-Lago, and that's like some pretty like legally iffy stuff, to like they're just blatantly stealing campaign funds and misusing them. Um, when like I I honestly don't know like what it would take for these people to be held accountable for any of their crimes, because like it's illegal to use campaign funds for your own personal purposes. Like, so many politicians have like lost their jobs, lost their positions, been like put in prison for like misusing campaign funds. Um but they now we literally have a story of Jared Kushner giving the okay for this company to be created that sole purpose is to funnel money away from the Trump campaign and to the Trump family to just give to them to use however as their personal funds. Um so like, and I mean, I would assume there is some buzz that possibly as soon as Donald Trump gets out of office, like the entire family could be slapped with lawsuits. That would be pretty interesting. That's never happened before in our country's history, but like we're in some pretty unprecedented times. Okay, it would not surprise me if like the state of New York, I think, has been investigating Donald Trump for like tax crimes for like 3 years now. And I think as soon as he gets out of office, it might be something that they follow up on, you know? Um, it's weird too because Trump was saying he had so much money that he donates his money. Yeah. I mean, I have no money and I donate some of my money. Um, they used need to leave office. True. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no idea if they're actually going to like, be slapped with a bunch of lawsuits as soon as they're out. I hope so, though. I do hope so. If there's any justice in the world, that family should be left like completely penniless, except for Barron. Barron should have a nice middle class life. Okay. As far as I can tell, he seems like a decent lad. Probably plays a lot of Fortnite. Justice in the world, lol. True. Archangel, did you go out of your way to find me an article that I can actually look at? It's very nice of you. Thank you. Just gonna put that right here. Get rid of that. Here we go. Fair. I've said Vanity Fair. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. Oops, Jared Kushner reportedly created a shell company to secretly pay Trump family members and spend half the campaign's cash. Half of their cash! Half! Half of their money! Half of everything that got donated to them was spent by Trump's family. Let's see. Barron should be the only one not left barren. True, serious Twitch. Let's see. Hasn't stopped them from funneling taxpayer money into their private businesses, gouging the Secret Service, raising legal defense funds that the fine print says go directly to their pockets. Oh, and according to a new report, setting up a shell company that spent hundreds of millions of dollars, campaign dollars, to pay Trump family members along with their other expenditures, it seemingly wanted to keep under wraps. Let's see. Jared Kushner personally approved the creation of the company, incorporated as American Made Media Consultants Corp. Wow, that sounds fake as hell. And American Made Consultants LLC in April 2018. From there, Eric Trump's wife, Laura Trump, was named president, with Mike Pence's nephew, John Pence, serving as vice president. Holy moly. They made like no effort to have any kind of secrecy here. If you're wondering why the shell company, described as by a Business Insider as acting almost like a campaign within a campaign, was necessary, well, it's not entirely clear, but it sure sounds like the express purpose was the ability to shield financial and operational details from public scrutiny, as it allowed the campaign to avoid federally mandated disclosures concerning what it was spending considerable amounts of money on. And by considerable, we mean nearly half of the 1.26 billion raised for Trump's reelection. We need to get money out of politics, guys. That's too much money to be involved in an election. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Campaign finance records showed Trump's reelection efforts and its affiliated committee with the Republican National Committee spent more than $600 million through American-made consultants since its formation. For months, some of Trump's top advisors and campaign staff told Insider they had no idea how the shell company functioned, which cast an air of mystery around the operation. Some of those same advisors said they didn't learn about John Pence's and Laura Trump's involvement until Insider contacted them for the story, which is pretty weird considering they were the president and co-president. I suppose also known as the vice president. Campaign law experts have long accused the Trump team of using a corporate pass-through to hide payments. The nonpartisan Campaign Legal Center, led by former Republican Federal Election Commissioner Chairman Trevor Potter, filed a civil complaint with the FEC in July, accusing the Trump campaign of disguising about $170 million worth of campaign spending, in large part by laundering the funds through AMMC. Brendan Fisher, the campaign's legal center director of federal reform, said the payments to AMMC were a scheme to evade telling voters even the basics on where the money was really going, and a shield to disguise the ultimate recipients of the spending. Is this money separate from the Steal the Election donation? Yes. Yes, it is. It is indeed separate from that money. This is in addition to that money. So, yeah, that was $200 million that is just being dispersed into the ether. Goodness. While some advisors have accused former campaign manager Brad Parscale of mismanaging money, the bulk of the cash spent by AMMC, $415 million, occurred after Parscale was fired on July 15th. All right. As for what Parscale's successor, Bill Stepien, knew of the situation, a Republican close to the White House suggested to Business Insider that Stepien might have purposely kept himself in the dark so as not to anger Kushner. Another source, though, believed the first son-in-law may have been the one keeping the information from Stepien. Nothing was done without Jared's approval, the source said. What Stepien didn't know is because Jared didn't want him to know. It's unclear what the blowback on Kushner, reportedly in line for a presidential pardon, and other concerned parties could be. Wow. He already knows that he's been made, so he's trying to get ahead of this story by just being like, yeah, pardon me before you take office. Pardon me before he gets in, okay? Biden's not going to pardon me. Please pardon me, okay? Please. I'm your son-in-law. Gotta love me. This would make an awesome origin story. After watching his father's lies and greed almost destroy the country he loves, Barron grows up to be the most base socialist. That'd be cool, but I don't know. Probably not going to happen. All right. Yeah. Okay. Weird. John and Laura were not compensated by AMMC for their services as board members. Uh huh. Sure, Jan. Sure. Whew. How we doing, peeps? We haven't really had a whole lot of new viewers today. I don't know what's up with that. Have I been getting more boring? Am I losing my sparkle? Guys, is it because I didn't look pretty today? What's the deal? Why aren't there more people here? No, I like this chat. Come on. You look lovely. Thank you. No, but like seriously, we've been like averaging like around 40 viewers. We haven't gone over 30 viewers at all this session. Thank you. I was talking more about my content rather than how I look when I was talking about my sparkle, but I appreciate the compliments about my appearance. Oh, true, Ashley. It might be because the election's over. That's possible. That is possible. Also, Merkin Dream, I see your whispers. Just put them in chat, like, and at me in chat, okay? I will watch. I will look for it in chat. The main issue is when people whisper me during my stream, I have to open a new tab and like look at the whisper in a new tab because otherwise I can't, like, it throws off the alignment of the screen and it becomes impossible to read how many people are actually watching. But you asked for a take on Jim Sterling. I'm really happy for them. For those who don't know, Jim Sterling came out as non-binary, and that's awesome. Um, I'm not particularly surprised, but I'm super supportive of them, and apparently they're starting HRT, and that's fantastic. Wish them all the luck in the world, you know?